Ahoy fellas, Joey's gonna win at your service, back after a nice break, checking out some glass stuff. Today we're gonna be doing arms, and more specifically biceps, since it is Monday, and that's what we always do on Monday. Flame working conference was pretty fun. I took some really good notes, got some tools that'll come in handy, and I have some really good ideas for things I'd like to make after this semester because I don't really have time to play around. I saw a way, and I think I know how I can make rings now. Hunter, say nothing. As well, I could probably come up with some really cool designs with enough practice. And that's always the trickiest part is getting enough practice, but I'm quite looking forward to that. Again, once I finish up all the work that I have. Speaking of, decent progress. Next Monday is fast approaching, but that's okay. I think I'm on a pretty good pace. I need to borrow, or not necessarily borrow, I need to reserve a kiln or two, another kiln or two, just to get everything that I need. But, you know, those things should only take a day cooking. So that's not bad at all. Probably the trickiest thing I already have in a kiln right now. That's going to take an entire week cooking. I put it in yesterday. So maybe it'll be done for next week, maybe not. I don't know. And I was going to borrow some color from some folks who do a lot more flame working than me. Because, I might shift gears a little bit for one of my pieces and go with lamp working instead of pâte de verre, because it might speed things up. It would speed things up a lot. So yeah, that's kind of a situation update for me. Definitely feels like I took a long break. Need to shake a bit of the rust off, but that's okay. Yeah, how was everyone's St. Patrick's Day? I know Mitchell's was interesting, as he was, because, well, actually, it wasn't St. Patrick's Day for him, it was the day before. For some reason, everybody was wearing green and celebrating St. Patrick's Day this past Saturday, to the point where Mitchell was even accosted by some sorority girls, except it didn't go that in the way that you're expecting. The one asked him, "Where's your green?" On Saturday. And when he told me that, I said to him, "Now, Mitchell, I know you versus me, but that is like the best opportunity to just ask her, are you retarded?" Just straight up. Because it's like everyone was celebrating on Saturday. And these people kill me. How do you have a calendar on your phone, on your home screen, it'll say St. Patty's Day tomorrow. It's like, how do you get to that point? And then, of course, no one had green on yesterday for actual St. Patrick's Day. You know, Mom said it's my turn with the brain cell. Fucking hell. People are so stupid. I can hardly stand it. And I get it, right? People want to drink on a Saturday and not a Sunday so that they're hungover on a Sunday. That's how you know they're not Irish. Don't get hungover. Grace was telling me, well, there probably wasn't too many people out today, because I told her, I can't remember exactly what I told her. It's on my phone, and I'm not going to interrupt the recording to check, but, she said, well, yesterday was probably the rest day for everyone's drinking on Saturday, since everyone thought it was St. Patrick's Day. And I said, no, the drinking on St. Patrick's Day, that is the rest day. It's like, no, you fools. You don't even understand it. No one's Irish here. No one gets it. People just want to drink, and people don't understand that there's culture behind it. There's culture behind it and class behind it. I am definitely worn out. For the next set, for the next 3 sets, when I go up to 25, I'm going to feel that. I'm going to struggle a good bit too. So let's see, 3 sets. 20 reps. Lovely. this a stir. I could use some calories. I could use something to burn. Yeah, I didn't have too much free time yesterday. I was spending a good chunk of it getting work done. But you know, that's fine. You know, it's to be expected. But it's still a bit of a disappointment. I shouldn't mope too much about it. I need to get the work done. So, best not to have a negative attitude. Same with this. I need to get this workout done. I've been chatting a good bit. I don't want another 44-minute video. I don't look at watch time, but I figured most people would tune out before the end of it. Swung a little bit, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not too bugged about a little swinging once I'm feeling like this. Obviously, I'm going to try to mitigate it, but you know. So yeah, work is coming along good. I've not heard anything back about this internship, but again, I think they're going to be picking, or at least sending out sending out confirmation and denials April 1st. Yeah. Oh. Something that I did want to talk about, I believe I glossed over it. Maybe I talked about it. Blood's not making it to the brain. When I was at IFC, the Flameworking Conference, there was a woman there demonstrating. Her name was Lila Tobasso. And she was from Italy. And even had a translator with her just to make things easier. So I got it in my head, you know, would be cool if I asked a question in Italian. That'd probably throw a couple people off, but nah, I shouldn't do that. But silly me, I got an idea in my head, which means it's not gonna leave until I do it. And I knew I would be disappointed in myself if I didn't do it and I just went up afterwards and spoke. So, and spoke to her in Italian? No. That wouldn't fly. I'd need to say something in Italian now or not at all. And I also knew that once I raised my hand for the microphone, there was no going back. I had to ask a question. So I ended up psyching myself up just to be able to ask a question in Italian, because I spent like 20 minutes of the demonstration just looking up to make sure I had the right words. And I raised my hand and, I asked. I can't remember exactly what I asked. It was somewhere along the lines of, and I started with spiacente, which means sorry. Something along the lines of, quando le une il vetro della flora, preferisca rimuovere il filo o une il vetro sul filo, which basically is when it's time to, because of how she was working, she was pulling some of the glass out with wire, binding everything with wire, and then fusing over top. I didn't know that last part, so I was asking, when you fuse all of this together, do you prefer to remove the wire or fuse on top of the wire? I had to psych myself up a lot for that. And I also had 2 cups of coffee prior to that, so it took me a good half hour to finally calm down from giving myself a manic episode. But it was good. I chatted with her afterwards in Italian. She said my Italian was quite good, diction was good, sentence structure was good, all that stuff. It was really great. I'm glad I did it. Yeah, the whole time I was psyching myself up. I was thinking, man, if my parents were here with me, right, they would be whispering, you should say something in Italian. Ask a question in Italian. You know Italian and you know glass, so what could go wrong? And if I was at a martial arts thing with my sensei and my uncle and my cousin, they might say something like, you should say something in Italian, you know the topic, you know the language, you go for it. But they'd also probably just be sitting there, like sensei'd be sitting there, he'd have his arms crossed listening, and he'd probably be waiting for me to ask something. And same with Uncle Jamie or Logan. They'd just be waiting like, okay, so she's from Italy. We know the topic. When's Joey gonna ask a question in Italian? And I thought, I have to, because if anyone else was here, if I was hanging out with anyone that I knew, it would be expected. It would be required of me. And I'd get chewed out for not asking a question. So it was very reminiscent of, doing things in martial arts and asking a question in a particular way that I somehow know, that I for some reason know, that relates to the demonstrator or instructor personally. So yeah, it was a fun time. Overall, pretty good weekend. Could I have gotten more work done? Yeah, probably. But I just need to do what I can as quickly as I can, simple as, and as well as I can. So, with that being said, thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I hope to see you here again, and I hope you have a good day.